Hello there, I'm Rabbi Donnie Locker, and I'd like to tell you a true story that I made up. Because I only make up true stories. Well, this story is about someone who, believe it or not, won the lottery. Everybody wants to win the lottery, right? The thing is, his lottery winnings was a pretty odd number. Most people win like $1 million or $10 million, $100 million. He didn't win $10 million. He won $9,648,073. That's right, $9,648,073. Random number. But here he got the money and he decided he wanted to do something with it. He wanted to live in his dream house, okay? So you're a guy, you want to build your dream house, okay? What are you going to do? He's like, well, with a little less than $10 million, taxes, you move to a place like New York or LA, that could barely get you an apartment. But here's what he's going to do. With almost $10 million, he buys property out in the Mojave Desert. It's in the middle of nowhere. Real estate price is really cheap. And he's going to get a professional architect, interior designer. He's going to get a whole team, and they are going to make the house just epic. So he goes ahead and they plan everything. They make a gigantic swimming pool in the living room. Of course, that's what everybody wants, right? Trampolines in the bedroom. They have, those amazing man cave you could possibly imagine. They have couches and chandeliers. Everything's there. It's just phenomenal. They're building, it takes 3 years to build. And it takes exactly $9,648,073. Like to the dollar. Everything is it. Now he wants to be very clear, so he doesn't want to waste money. So he makes sure they cut corners where they can, but the product is incredible. There's a gym, there's a 19-car garage. It is an amazing, amazing house. It's huge. It's got dozens of bedrooms. Phenomenal. He's ready to move in. He gets there. It's the middle of the Mojave Desert. He drives out there in his old beat-up car because he can't afford anything else at this point, right? Gets into the house. First thing he notices is that it is hot, right? Mojave Desert, moving in the middle of July. It's like 120 degrees outside, 120,000 degrees maybe. And it's so hot, he doesn't know what to do. So he's like, okay, I got to find the air conditioning in the house. Where's the... That's weird. I don't see any vents. There's no ducts, vents, any... He looks... I don't know, maybe it just comes with automatic, electricity. So he's like, Alexa, turn on the air conditioning. Nothing. Okay. I guess they didn't make it a smart house. He goes like, all right, I'll look around. I'll turn on the light switch. He goes over to the light switches. He flicks it on. Nothing happens. All right. He calls up. He has a little bit of self-service. He calls up the contractor. He's like, the lights aren't working. The AC's not working. He's like, lights? Yeah. This house he just built me. It's amazing. It looks beautiful, but I can barely see anything. Like, the lights aren't working. He's like, Sir, we didn't put in lights. So what do you mean put in lights? Like, huh? It's like, no, I don't know. We got a gym, we got couches, we got all kind of ping pong tables and pool tables. We didn't put in light. In fact, I don't think there's any electricity in the house. No, did we? Hey, Frankie, did we get electricity? No electricity. Oh my gosh. She's like, what about the AC? AC? I don't know. You didn't tell us anything about AC. It's like, it's 120 degrees outside. What do you mean there's no AC? It's like, this is unlivable. Frankie, did we talk to an HVAC guy? Is there AC in the house? Like, I don't know. Maybe you could open a window. So obviously you have the most beautiful house with the most beautiful furniture, but if there's no light and there's no AC, if the air is not comfortable, whether it's heat, depending on where you live, and I'm sorry if you're listening to this and you live in somewhere in Canada or Minnesota or Poland and it's really cold, we apologize. If you live out in the desert, out west here or down south, you understand about the AC. It doesn't work. You need not just the furniture, you need the whole house, the air and the light to be appropriate. And this is why in the beginning of this week's Torah portion, Parshas Teruma, which is talking about the donations that people gave to build the Mishkan. Mishkan was an amazing temple built to God for the Jews in the desert. But you know what happened? When the Torah describes the donations people gave, like, oh, they gave gold and silver and wood and curtains and all kinds of great stuff. Also, oil for lighting and spices for the incense. And one of the commentaries, Das Kanem, says, he asks, like, why are those things necessary for the construction? Why are those included in the description of wood and gold, things that build furniture? Lighting oil? Incense? And if you look in this week's Nagila Shabbos, you'll find a different answer. But one of the answers Das Kanem gives is as follows. Because having furniture without light, having furniture without the right smell, the right air, is not okay. So, perhaps we don't need incense, but if you live in a hot environment, it would be AC. So I hope you appreciated this. I hope you now understand a little bit more why the lighting of the menorah and the spices of the ketores, of the incense, were important for the actual construction of the Mishkan, because they helped create the actual environment. And by the way, ambiance and environment are so important, right? We live in a home, and our home is a Jewish home. Hopefully you live in a Jewish home. But what is your Jewish home? Oh, I have a mezuzah on the door. Okay, it's great. Oh, well, I have some Jewish books on the shelves. Okay, well, does it smell Jewish? Does it feel Jewish? Is the lighting, is the power, is the energy, is the ambiance Jewish? Are the words you're using, conversations you're having, are they Jewish? Keep that in mind. I hope you enjoy the story that I made up, because I only make up true stories.